Hey guys, Luke here and welcome back to episode 21 on my FIFA 16 Road to Glory. Now as you can see here, still the normal side that we had from last episode. Obviously PK came in and we had a decent episode I suppose last episode. Probably one of the few episodes where it was a little bit frustrating and wasn't one of the best performances, but in terms of getting results it was okay. 2 wins and a draw isn't bad. But yeah, moving into this first game, you can see the guy had what I would consider a pretty sweaty squad. And Golan's a good player. He had, you know, Luis and Silva at the centre back positions, and he had informed Javinho at striker. Now, informed Javinho wasn't someone who initially was like, oh shit, but I mean, in hindsight, he's very, very fast and that sort of stuff, but that's kind of what I feel, you know, all he has. I'm not sure exactly how good his finishing is. I feel it might be a little bit of the Remy effect in terms of, you know, that's all he's got essentially, is just pace. So, yeah, get into positions, but finishing it off might be a different story. Now, Raheem Sterling had a chance there, and might be wondering why I'd be showing a chance like that. Now, basically, there just wasn't too much happening early on. You can see here, we sort of tried to power our way through with Barkley, but it was quite a defensive game, and I'm finding the higher I get up in divisions, the more sound people are in defense, and just pretty much people are playing defensive, I feel like, rather than, you know, playing attacking. They're just trying to wait for a mistake, which isn't what I like, but I feel it's kind of something you have to play like in this division. Now, right here, Salah finds himself through on goal, and he tries to take it around the keeper, which he does, but he had to take it too wide, and Tremolinos did cover very well, but you can see Pjanic, or whatever his name is, ends up hitting the post there. So we did get lucky, did get fortunate to sort of stay in the game right there. I mean, we could have possibly conceded right there. I mean, at the post, it was very, very close, but I mean, in the end, that's an off shot. A shot that's off target, I should say. Now, another chance there. We haven't had too many sort of goalkeeping blunders. Now, that's something that I do quite regularly, but nobody ever seems to read except this guy. So it was a little bit of a shock, but thankfully Casillas made up for it. I showed you a little clip there before. There was a foul which resulted in a yellow card, which that's not important. The thing I'm showing is that Benteke was possibly through on goal. Now, where he got to it, I'm not sure, but there was a chance. Now, right here, nearly scored. I think had the ball not been blocked, it would have been a goal for sure, but it doesn't result in a corner. You can see he's gone through with Raheem Sterling there, and then Golan's got the ball, and that's another shot, and it goes across the face of goal. So disaster was avoided there. He's not going to score. Now, there's a chance for us. Fernandinho gets it to Fekir. He has plenty of space here, and a finesse shot into the back of the net, 89th minute, 90th minute essentially, and I was thrilled to get that. Now, the problem is 90th minute, you just scored. Now, I tend to concede goals after I've just scored. I find it super hard to defend initially from the kickoff if I miss it with Benteke or someone, but thankfully nothing happened. I think we probably went to park the bus, and there probably wasn't even, you know, another kick of the ball really, but that was a brilliant little finish there. Finesse shots I don't feel are that effective in this game, but it worked very, very well right there, and we just curled it straight around his keeper, and we move on to 10 points. No losses in the division as of yet, just the one draw and 3 wins. We've got 6 games remaining to get 7 points, so I think that's very, very achievable. Hopefully we can well, we won't be able to finish it off this episode, but hopefully we can get pretty close. Now, moving into the second game, the guy has got a Premier League side. It actually is a pretty decent Premier League side. He's got the players in the right positions and stuff as well. Now, I think when I say that, I mean like he's got Ramsey in like a centre mid position, that sort of stuff. He hasn't got CDM, so I assume this is a side he's done by design. Like, he hasn't just picked up a whole bunch of random Premier League players. It looks to be like pretty thought out. Now, Firmino has a chance there. In the past, probably would have scored, but he had 3 shots. Surely one of them had to go in. That was quite frustrating, and sort of goes back to was it last game where dude had a flurry of chances and couldn't score. Now, I'd say that was a little bit similar there. I mean, obviously he's had his own chance right here. He was offside by a mile. Never did I think that was actually a goal. I don't even think I chased with centre backs, but Firmino finds himself through on goal here, and he should have scored that. That's another great save there by the keeper. I actually didn't catch who the keeper was, but that was brilliant stuff there. Firmino has been quite dangerous. He finds himself through on goal again here. You see Smalling and stuff coming across. Cahill. Then we hit the post. Now, I was very, very unlucky. I was a bit annoyed with that, because I was sort of feeling I'm going to have all these chances and he's going to go and score a stupid little goal, but thankfully we end up putting the ball in the back of the net. It was Firmino that time. Now, we did actually get lucky to score that goal. We had all the chances where had we scored, it wouldn't have been luck at all, but we actually do score a goal, which ended up being lucky. Now, see Fernandinho making a bit of a run, which did help a lot right there, but Firmino found himself with a lot of space, and they actually did get a hand to it. I couldn't believe he actually got a hand to it, but thankfully it still went in the back of the net. Now, that did result in us getting a little bit overconfident, a little bit cocky. I think that's what happens when you've been on a bit of a run like we have, just been absolutely smashing teams, and I gotta say, I was already thinking about the next game. I was thinking this guy's gonna quit pretty soon, moving on to the next game, and get the third game over and done with so I can make another episode, blah blah blah. And we end up conceding, and I was thinking, you know what, no big deal, we'll just go and score again. BC Firmino finds himself in space once again, although it was closed down this time. Smalling and Cahill starting to do their job, but yeah, the guy I didn't feel was particularly that good, and you'll see stats back it up. But 2-1. Just before half-time, we're actually going to have a few chances before half-time. Once again, Benteke this time. And the ball does fall back to Firmino. Probably should have been saved, but De Gea, who is the keeper, saves it. Now, we had like 3 chances because every time he had a goal kick, he would just do something stupid. Like, he kept doing the like halfway up the field sort of thing, and I just kept getting a player in position every single time he was getting it, and it went to half-time because he, obviously it only ended once it went to half-time. Now, right there, this is where frustration overload happened. We've just conceded a penalty. I wasn't even controlling the player, I don't think, and there was no need for the player to sort of even touch him, whatever. The ball was going out. He wasn't going to do anything. So, it's 2-2, and I don't feel it should be 2-2, but thankfully Benteke finds himself through on goal, and he scores right there. That was great work from Tremolinos, and 3-2, I was expecting to win this game. See here, not wasting time, but waiting for someone to make a run. So don't really waste time, but yeah, I sometimes do that, just wait for something to happen. And hopefully that is going to happen. See, Tremolinos gets a through ball there to Roberto Firmino, who they find himself, he's on a hat-trick. He really should be finishing that one. He's had a lot of chances. And Gonalons had another chance there as well. And that's a long shot, so just didn't really work out. Now, speaking of Gonalons, he ends up losing the ball, which, results in this guy with a counter-attack. And he gets the ball through to Daniel Sturridge, who buries that one, and it's 3-3, 85th minute. Mate, if you could have heard things I was saying, the actions I was doing, probably would have been a bit laughable. But I see Firmino right here. I thought that was in for sure. I was so disappointed when I went wide. I thought that was the chance, but fortunately we're going to get another chance here. Ross Barkley takes a shot, and that is saved by De Gea. Another save by De Gea. Probably going to be one of the best keepers I've come up against. But Benteke, he throws himself through on goal there and bangs it home off the post. I think it was the crossbar possibly. So there's no chance De Gea had of saving that. You see, 90th minute here, 4-3, we've got the lead. I think all is averted. We've got the win, we've snuck away with it. Xherdan Shaqiri, he's got the ball here. We miss a tackle again. Xherdan Shaqiri, he ends up scoring, and it is 4-4, and that's how it's going to end. And I literally went and had a little bit of a rant to my sister. The people around him was like, oh my god, I can't believe this game. Such a shit game, yada yada yada. Just frustration. I didn't think that guy deserved to win. I mean, no offense to the guy, but I mean, when you see the amount of chances we had, the amount of great saves that were made by De Gea, I just think the game, it didn't reward me very well. But at the same time, I mean, create your own luck. The guy had his chances and he took them. So I suppose credit to him, but I gotta say, it was one of the most frustrating games I've ever played on FIFA. And it goes back to your last episode where I say, I may as well lose the game in my eyes if I have a draw. That's what it feels like to me. And you see 13 shots on target. Now, the dude did have his own chances. Obviously, when you score 4 goals, you got to have a fair few chances. He had 6 shots on target, but we had 13 shots on target. Obviously, a few of them were long shots, but yeah, I'm going to have to get off that game because it's just frustrating me a little bit too much. But right here, once again, it's another Argentinian sort of thing up top there. You got Tevez. Tevez must be a good player on this game. Obviously he's 86 rated, but a lot of people still use him on here. And yeah, he went very, very close to, I think it was Di Maria actually. Someone who I haven't come up against heaps. I suppose that's due to the league. I just don't come up against too many League 1 sides. I'm actually going to consider a League 1 side in the future as well. But it's been a pretty even game so far. But yeah, nobody has scored, and there hasn't been too many chances. See, Gonalons gets a ball through to Benteke. Benteke through on goal, and that is a great save there. I'd assume it's probably Trapp or someone who's in keeper. But yeah, Danilo gets the ball to Gonalons. That's all where the play's going to end. And there's a run there by Fekir. Cuts back inside. And that is a shitty shot. Really should have done a lot better than that. But Barkley finds the ball to Firmino, who's been playing pretty well recently. And there was another block shot. So it just shows... I do say a lot about them playing defense and that sort of stuff. And yeah, this was just a defensive-based game. But I do not understand why my players were so far upfield right here. As you can see, they end up scoring now. I thought something went wrong there. The way it just reacted, the camera looked weird. I was like, oh, is someone offside? Like, what's the go here? It was just strange. But thankfully, we end up hitting right back there. Benteke, he ends up scoring. So it is 1-1. And yeah, it was a very open game at this point. Well, not an open game, but it opened up a little bit more. You can see more chances here. Benteke threw on goal. And that was a brilliant little save there. Now, we couldn't take it in any further just due to the fact that his centre-backs were catching up. And that is another brilliant save there. It was a deflection, but I really thought that was going in. Now Benteke had his header saved there, did fall back to Danilo, but it was tackled, and crisis was averted for him. But right here, this is going to be an interesting bit of play. I don't know who that Ferrez guy is, but the ball does fall to Tevez, who finishes it from the angle, not even facing the goal. Casillas maybe shouldn't have come out, but I was dumbfounded how that went in. And you can see 9th minute, we got a last chance. Can we steal a point right here? Danilo takes a shot, and it is not deflected, but I suppose it is deflected. It was blocked by his centre back, and that is a loss. That's our second loss in the division. Now that is a great run for us, but at the same time I was very, very frustrated because once again I didn't feel the guy deserved to win. I thought a draw probably would have been a suitable outcome, although I can't change it now. We just got to have to move on with it. Benji Smith, congratulations. But yeah, I kind of did feel hard done by. And I felt after the previous game, usually I would get off, but because I go 3 games per episode, I thought just play the 3rd game so I can get another episode out, and obviously it didn't result too well. We're on 11 points, we've got a few games left, so I don't think we're in any danger of getting relegated or anything like that, but I mean, in terms of winning the division, we've got to pick our game up dramatically. Anyways, that's where this video is going to end. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter at MrLuke on my Facebook page in the description below, and I'll see you for my next video. Bye guys.